Five pair wide tights, then a 10 to this head slice of the nature. Wrap this skin on dice and woes of life. Love and pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, motions reflected. Often mirrors appear, quick, grinning for your ear. Craving the rain, killing the flame. Close to she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of, the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. Today, we're coming to you from, it is Tuesday, so we're at Georgia's Happy Hog. And sorry about my voice, but I was down for the count yesterday. That's why we did not have the show. And it hit me about Sunday evening, and boy, I'm just struggling. But, we do have a commitment to come out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And so, therefore, we are at one of my favorite eating places, Georgia's Happy Hog, because those of you who know me know I love to eat good food. And Georgia's is located at 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln, south of the state capitol and north of the OU Medical Center, just across the street from the Harn Homestead on Culbertson, 712 Culbertson. If you want to call for information, you can call 405-525-8111. Also, if you have any catering events, you can call the same number, 405-525-8111. They are open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7. And, of course, these remote live stream and broadcasts live streams are brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen, and we appreciate them helping us go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. They're also an equal housing lender. They are a member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com for details, or you can go into their locations at YNB Main Bank, 401 Elm, YNB East, Yukon Parkway.
Oh, see the horn man.
Mustang, yes, or Mustang at 218 Mustang Road in Mustang, Oklahoma, or the Parkway, which is I-40 in Garth Brooks, or you can go and see our guy Eddie, which is the bank I always go to as YNB Peoples. And we're joined by my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Man, turn down your stuff on your phone.
What is it?
The volume on your phone, I can hear myself.
All right. Hold on a second.
There you go. Can you hear me? That's better. Yeah, because what I can do is I can hear myself. I can hear myself in the background. I think you have it on Facebook. That's why.
No, I don't. I'm on your feed.
Okay, well, I can hear you. But anyway, what's happening, man? Yeah, what's happening?
I missed my cue. The bank to make things happen.
Yes, you did. We're gonna. That's just it. That's their support. We're gonna go back and do that when we do our sponsors. But whenever I do Georgia's or any place we go and we do that, since they're the reason why we are here today. So that being said, how was your weekend, man?
Oh, I've had better.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, Sunday night, boy, I tell you, I went to the Thunder game. And what's sad, Drew, is there was about me and 10 other people watching the Masters at the bar.
Yeah.
That's what was sad. Nobody was even watching. I mean, there was a big crowd. The Thunder pulling off the victory.
Just kind of got deflated when Dallas did what they did.
Well, and then Memphis didn't play anybody. We didn't play anybody. But, I mean, the thing with Dallas is I understand completely why they did what they did, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they really was a long shot for them to make it in, but I don't know. I guess the basketball purist Jimmy would like to see them try at least, but
but Drew, this is why they did. If the way they stood, they were in the 10th place. They get to keep their 10th pick. Anything over that is protected. Under that, over that's not protected.
Right.
So why would you give up that just to make the play in when you know you're not going to do anything?
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm trying to keep my 10th pick. I'm trying to get in to get the lottery. I'm not doing that. You know,
Yeah, who knows? Those lucky bastards will probably luck out and get the
women
number
Yama.
2 pick or something.
Yeah, or get number 1 pick. Yeah. But
Right.
you know what? The whole thing is the Thunder have the same opportunity, but I don't agree with the way the Thunder did it because my thing is the Thunder, you have a much better team than Dallas does. And you should have 44th. You should be in the 5th, 6th place right now. But you chose to lose games to try to get another pick. And to me, that's how I look at it. That's just me.
Yeah, and crazy is, to me, I think Dallas is probably the most disappointing team in the NBA.
100%. When they got Kyrie, which I didn't agree with the trade, but I thought, okay, you got 2 guys who don't play any defense now. Right, Drew? Neither one of them play any defense at all. And you're trying to go against the deal in the West, and let's face it, in order to even compete for it, I lost Drew right there. He must have had to grab a phone call. But anyway, to me, in order to win, you got to play defense, which is one of the things that I think the Thunder are going to have to make an adjustment at this year because you're going to have to play defense. The Thunder are going to have to play defense. They're going to have to get a group of guys because right now you have a team that can play, but to me it's like, okay, you've got SGA, you've got Josh, you've got Dort, you got J-Dub, and you have Jay Will and Chet. So that's going to be your 6, okay? And then your 7 and 8, clearly if Isaiah Joe continues to do what he's doing, that's your 6 or your 7th. And then Aaron Wiggins is your 8 because you got to have defense. You've got to be able to play defense on the wing. You've got to. And the reason why I said Oklahoma City knows what they're doing is they went from winning all the games with Aaron starting to not playing Aaron at all and playing all these other guys. And what ended up happening is the Thunder ended up losing games they should not have lost. And the reason why I say that is because after we lost to Charlotte, then you turn around in the next game against Detroit, you play your top 7 players the whole fourth quarter, almost a half of the third quarter. So you know who you should be playing. So you told me you know who your best players are right there. But then you turn around and then you play a Lindy Waters and all these guys who you know can't. Come on, guy. I like Lindy. Lindy's not an NBA player, not like we need. He's a 12, 13, whatever, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute guy, max. But in the playoffs, when you're trying to win, you can't put him on the court. It's like Golden State tonight. What do? Do you try to win? Well, if you know you win, you can't really play Jordan Poole that much because you know he don't play defense. You know you can't play if Wiggins comes back, you know Kuminga's going to have to sit the bench. You already know these guys are not going to be able to play because you got to play Gary Payton Jr. So you know who you got to play. You can't go out if you're trying to win, you know what you got to do. My question with Oklahoma City is, what are we going to do tomorrow? Are we going to try to win and play the right players, or we just go, no, screw this. We got it. Oklahoma City fans are happy. We got in the 10th position. We got in the play-in. So what if we get beat? Nobody cares because we're there, and we still sit there 14 with a chance at the lottery. That's the mentality. Now, can we beat the Pelicans? They're a tough matchup, I believe, for us. But can we beat them? Yes. If he plays the players he's supposed to play, no question. The question is, will he do that? I don't think he will. I don't think he's trying to win. I don't think they're trying to win. I think they're going to lose. I don't think they're going to try. If they win, it's going to be because the last 6 minutes, SGA, Josh, Dort, J-Dub, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe and Jay Will are going to make it happen. That's the only way they're going to win. The coach is not going to put them in any kind of position to help them win this ball game. I can promise you that because of the players he's going to play. That's the facts of Oklahoma City Thunder because they want one last bite of the apple, which I can understand that. But on the other side of that, I'm thinking, man, you got a 3-headed monster right now. Then you've got Dort sitting in there. He come in, he's got your best defensive player, so he can guard the best defensive player on the other end. You can go with Wiggins, he can guard the second best player on the other end. So that leaves SGA and Josh and J-Dub to kind of do what they do. Okay? Then you've got Jay Will and Chet. If Chet is the guy that you think he is, why the hell are you trying to go in and get another guy? If he is the savior you think he is, you've already got the number 2 pick. He coming in, so you should be fine. That's kind of how I look at the Thunder and their situation. But like I said, I don't think Chet is the guy. I never thought he was the guy. I didn't understand why you did what you did, but you believed in him, and that's what you wanted to do. And I just say, there are no 6'11" or 7 foot plus guys who are thin to stay healthy. They just don't. They just don't. And for you to compare him to Kevin Durant, anybody do that is blasphemous. Blasphemous against Kevin Durant. It's stupid. No way. Not even close. So, what does that mean for the Thunder tomorrow? Here's what the Thunder got tomorrow in their upcoming games, and you can see what it is to play the Pelicans tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. The Pelicans are 42-40. The Thunder are 40-42. We're +5, and the over/under is 228.5. Which tomorrow I'll be excited to see what Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com says for that. But the beautiful thing I'm happy about is I don't have to listen to Michael Cage. I get to listen to some actual announcers, and the thing is this: I remembered why I never listened to him when we had Kevin and Kevin and Russell and Harden and all that. We were playing all the time. We used to hate listening to him. But because those all left and we got to be on Bally's all the time and had to listen to him, it reminded you how much I hated listening to that guy talk. He is the biggest homer. He doesn't give me any knowledge. He doesn't help me at the game at all. The other guy, they don't even know what the moves are. They don't know what position. They don't know what shots are. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's pathetic. But for the novice who doesn't know, then they don't know any difference. But those of us who understand the game and understand what shots are and what shots aren't, and you aren't even making the correct call on shots, it's frustrating for us. But for the normal fan, they don't really know, so it doesn't really matter, which is why I've tried to educate people on what's happening. But this is my thing with the Thunder. When I look at the Thunder, here is what, at the beginning of the year on the show, we were at Cutting Up Barbershop. And myself and Drew and all the guys were there, Keith and Chris and everybody. We were all there, and we were going, okay, Thunder over-under, what are they going to win? Now, with Chet, we were 26.5 was the over-under number of wins, okay? Without Chet, it only dropped 3 points, 3 deals. So I was like 3 wins. I'm like, you're trying to tell me the number 2 overall pick in Vegas is only worth 3 wins. Losing him only cost you 3 wins. Now, for me, I said that the Thunder would win 33 games, minimum 33 games. Drew said the maximum he thought they would win. He thought it'd be 31, max would be about 33. Is what Drew thought. Every guy in the bottom, I think Keith was 27. I think Chris was 25 or 26 or something. And so they were low on the Thunder. Me, on the other hand, I was up very high because watching them play the year before at the end of the year, I saw what SGA was becoming. I saw what Josh was becoming because I'm like, just based on what I saw from them, I thought the Thunder for sure going to get 33 wins. Just based on the way that they were playing at the end of the stretch and the way SGA was closing out games. So we're going to win a bunch of games because he's a closer. Then J-Dub, about midway through the season, just turns into this unexpected guy. So I knew we were going to be at 40. But remember, we were at 36 with 9 games to play. And went 4 and 5 on purpose. On purpose by the ownership and management of the Thunder. But we still reached 40 anyway, which is what I said we would win, which I thought if we played the way I thought we would play, I said the maximum we would win is 40 games. And that's exactly where we finished, 40-42. Drew laughed at me. Keith laughed at me. Chris laughed at me. All these guys laughed at me. I had my friends who were listening to the show all laughed at me, sent me texts. Oh, dude, you're a joke. Thunder not going to win 40 games. Dude, you're high. I said, man, I'm just trying to tell y'all guys because this is the difference. What I do is I don't pay attention to, like a lot of these guys, I don't look at all the stats. I don't care about that, those analytics. I don't care nothing about no analytic crap. My eye test tells me everything I need to know. Who do you get your teammates in trouble? Can you handle yourself one-on-one on the post? How many times do you cause your teammates to help you out and then them get them out of position and cost us baskets? How many times can you finish when it counts? Where are you at when there's a shot to be made? Where are you at when we need a turnover? What are you doing for those? Those are things that I look at. Those are my tests, which is why I said Lenny Waters should be playing. I like him, but when you need him to make a basket, he ain't there. He's just not. Great kid. He ain't an NBA elite type player who should be playing in the top 7 or 8. That's not him. So when we sat back and we did this deal at the beginning of the year, this is what the numbers we had came up with. And, like I said, it was right on the number. And Drew and I laughed about it because Drew had picked 31 with 33 as the maximum number of wins. Remember that, Drew?
Yep.
And I said,
sorry about that. I'm not here to stay.
No, I understand. And I said that they win 40, Drew, and I told everybody laughed at me. But I was going on based on what I saw.
I laughed really hard.
I know you did. You did. Keith did. Everybody laughed. I said, man, we can do that. We ended up winning 40. Should have won more than that, but it is what it is. And like Drew, I was saying, Drew, that the over-under in the game tomorrow, and I know you're going to have this for your Drew Hinthorn picks tomorrow on that, but it's 5 plus 5, and the over-under is 22-28.5.
Okay, seeing the over.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I think their best chance to win one is that game one. And if you win that game one, you put all the pressure back on New Orleans because they damn sure don't want to go back to Oklahoma City.
No. It's just one game.
I thought it was. It's not 2 out of 3.
What happens is I'm gonna pull up the thing here in the playoffs. The way it works is the winner of this game plays the loser of the Lakers and Timberwolves.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then the winner of that game gets the Nuggets.
I gotcha.
Which is why Oklahoma City wants to be one and done, because that way they're staying at the 14th seed. See what I'm saying? They stay where they're. They stay where they're at. They're in the lottery. If they lose tomorrow, they're in the lottery. If they win, then I think it dumps them out, and then they're screwed. So I think.
But what if they lose tomorrow and win the next one?
Well, I think if they lose, because I think what is it, the top 14, and what you'll do is even if they lose the next one, they're still out. If you get into the playoffs, you're out of the lottery. So if Oklahoma City wins tonight and loses tomorrow, they're still a top 14. But I think it depends on where you're at, 13 or 14 in your pick. You see what I'm saying, based on your record and your position against them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, no, but if they win, then they play the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves are a wreck right now. And I just think the Lakers may be in trouble tonight, Drew, simply because they may be overlooking them. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I agree with you. Timberwolves are a wreck. The Lakers will have a blowout tonight. Although I kind of like the 9 points of the T-Wolves. It's like, so I may retract that bit. 9 is a lot in a one and done, but man, they're missing 3 guys.
Yeah, they are, Drew, but my problem is I'm thinking that the Lakers are going to take the game a little lightly because of that one simple fact. They don't have everybody.
Yeah.
And they could come in.
But if the T-Wolves lose tonight and OKC were to lose, then, I think they got a great chance to beat them.
Yeah, if the Lakers win, they're automatically playing Memphis. If Minnesota loses.
So the T-Wolves and OKC lose, and the OKC would have to beat the T-Wolves twice?
Well, if OKC loses, they're out. The winner of the OKC Pelicans game plays the loser of the Lakers. Yes,
gotcha.
Plays the loser of the Lakers. Right.
Well, you might need a degree to figure out that playoff scenario.
Yeah, and then you look on the other side. I mean, you look at the Hawks. I mean,
love the Hawks tonight,
dude. It's a good pick, but do you think they're going to beat the Heat, or you just like the points?
I almost like them in a money line situation. I just think you got to score. You got a couple scores on that team. If I'm the Heat, I'm worried about that game.
Yeah, me too, dude. My thing is this: I think they're knocking on Trey, man. You know, now that the Hawks have come out and said that everybody's on the line for tradable, the ownership. Now that Quinn Snyder's the new coach, now all of a sudden Trey wasn't on any kind of trade talks at all. Now they're saying it's open. What do you think about that? I don't agree with that at all. Did you hear me, Drew? You hear me? I lost Drew for whatever reason. I don't know what happened to him. But anyway, I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that. Did you hear me, Drew?
I lost you a little bit there. What did you just say?
I said that, the Hawks now are saying that Trey is everybody's is tradable. Whereas before, he wasn't tradable. Now that they got Quinn Snyder in there, now all of a sudden he's tradable. And I'm like, okay, wow, really? And I'm like, I don't think Trey is tradable. I don't see that. I don't see that.
He's one of the faces of the NBA. You can't, in that organization, you can't trade away Trey. You can't.
You can't trade away.
They struggle anyway to get for crowds and people really to care. Atlanta's a baseball town.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It really is. I'm telling you, the Hawks need as much firepower and star power as they can get.
I agreed, 100%. 100%. Atlanta is a baseball just like the Falcons. I still don't understand how you don't go get Lamar. Now I do agree.
Yeah.
Now I do agree with you.
Yeah, and we'll look just case in point when they had Michael Vick, place was sold out.
Sold out.
They got to have star power. That's a lead from the front type of town.
Yep, it is. That's why they're such Braves fans, because the Braves have brought them home some championships.
Yeah, they were good for 20 years.
Yeah, they were good a long time. They won
15 straight division titles, so everybody was a Braves fan. Generation.
Yep, because just what you grow up doing. But, that's why I said the Hawks against the Heat, if Hawks lose, I think that it's more trade anybody else is up for trade. If they win tonight.
I like the matchup. I really do. I like the matchup for the Hawks tonight. That's a foe that they know pretty well, and they seem to play Miami tough. I kind of looked at some of their past scores against the Heat, and all of them are pretty close games. There's very few games that are blowouts because except for the one time they played in Oklahoma City, usually Miami does not shoot the ball exceptionally well. They're a defensive team. And the Hawks shoot the ball pretty well. So normally those games are pretty close.
Especially with Murray and Trey.
Yeah.
I don't
know. And the Hawks have that playoff experience coming back from last year. I don't think that they're going to be.
They're not overwhelmed by the moment.
Wild on it. No. I think they'll be ready to play.
I agree 100% with that, Drew. I don't understand that deal at all. But like I said, I think that everything is on the table. If they lose, they got a new coach in. And let's face it, if that's the case, then that means that Quinn Snyder is not that big of a fan of Trey. That's what that says to me.
I tell you what, if somehow, he really does go, Oklahoma City, if they make a move, go get Trey, bring him home.
Yeah, but I'm going to take SJ over Trey.
I would too, but boy, it'd be nice to have both of them.
Yeah, that would be real nice. But then you got to get rid of Josh, and they're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. It's not a good fit, but.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Man, my deal is this: Oklahoma City, to me, you're set.
I can see them going into Dallas when Dallas gets rid of Kyrie.
Trade both of them. Trade them one back and forth since they already traded for him once. Just trade for him again. Because remember, Dallas took Trey, and Atlanta took Luka, and they traded. Remember, because they wanted that pick.
Somehow you could
trade them back.
Sign a trade with Kyrie. That'd be nice.
I think you and I both agree Kyrie wants to be in LA.
Yeah, he's gonna be a Laker.
That's what I'm saying. You and I both agree he wants to be in LA. He wants to be in LA.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
He wants to be with LeBron and AD. That's where he wants to be. And
that's a good spot to be. One more run. That'd be a hell of a lineup right there. They could just mix and match around those three.
Well, I think that if they have them, then actually Kyrie gives them what they thought Westbrook was going to give them. When you rest LeBron and you rest AD, you got somebody who can do it by themselves, which is why I think that they were trying to get him.
You can bring D'Lo off the bench. You can somehow keep D'Lo as your sixth man. Keep Vanderbilt.
You keep everybody.
That's pretty tough.
You keep everybody at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those guys will want to stick around too because they got a chance at a ring.
Yep. You keep everybody around, and then your other option is you can still trade AD if you want to and get some picks. But I know that I wouldn't do that if I got Kyrie. I'd want to have Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. And then you've got Vanderbilt in there, and then you've got those guys. So to me, that's what I would do, but that's just me.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting what the Lakers do this year in the playoffs. I mean, they're all in. The moves they made it seem like they're all in for this year.
Yeah,
Make a run.
Well, to me, it's just really simple. If AD and LeBron can stay healthy, they can run and make a run at the title. If the question is if, that's a big if. Now, I'm not a big a fan as a lot of people are about Golden State because even though it is, you still got to go win people on the road, and you don't play well on the road. So to me, I just don't know how much I buy into that with Wiggins. But that being said, if Wiggins comes back, that means Kuminga's not going to be playing. And you already know that Gary Payton Jr. is going to take minutes away from Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole don't want to play defense. So you already know that. So now what's that going to cause with the team as far as chemistry and stuff like that? Simply because those guys aren't going to be happy about not getting game time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback on what you said, with Lakers, D'Angelo Russell is a huge part of the playoffs. I mean, if he's healthy, LeBron's healthy, AD's healthy, you get a little bit of help from some of your role players. If the kid from Oklahoma continues to play the way he does, Breeze, and then you get some other guys chip in, Brown and Vanderbilt and those guys. I mean, I've seen LeBron do more with less.
Agreed. Now that reminds me. Now, speaking of the Thunder, do you think
he was 10 years younger? So let's see what happens.
Do you think the Thunder are going to play everybody because they don't want to win and ensure themselves a lottery pick?
Good Lord, if they do, I'll blow a stack. And I'm not even that big a Thunder fan. I like him because I live here and I'm from here. But good Lord, if you did that to this fan base, you need to be checked.
Yeah. But I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're not going to play they're going to play everybody, get everybody in there to look, and then the last 6 minutes you're going to play your guys that you need to play to win the game, and then it's going to be up to SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Dortmund.
If I'm the Commanders of the world,
but you understand though. But you understand though. The Commander understands basketball. 90% of those other people don't. Okay.
Right.
They made those people happy by doing the play-in. So, but to me, it's like, how much extra happier would they be if you win on the road at Pelicans?
Then you go to a home playoff game.
Right. Then you win against Minnesota, and you get a playoff game. But I don't think the Thunder are worried about that as they are keeping in the lottery. I think that's what they want. They're more worried about keeping in the lottery than they are the other.
And I don't know, man. To me, God, how many picks do you need? How many more is enough? I mean, you got tons of picks. I mean, go try to win something. Get these guys some experience. I mean, you got how many picks over the next 3 years? 15 or something stupid?
But Drew, this year you got a chance. This is your last year to actually be in the lottery to have a chance to get Wembanyama or whatever. Your chances are very, very slim, but you still have an opportunity to get up.
Are they even going to take him?
I don't know who they don't. I don't know who the hell the Thunder take anymore. I don't know who they want. Because all I know is everything we needed last.
You put him and Chad out there at the same time.
Well, Drew, all I know is you and I, and we all talked about it last year. Everything you needed to get in the draft last year, you still need this year. You didn't address any need that you need. You needed a shooter, you didn't get one. You needed a wing defender, you didn't get one. You needed an inside presence to block shots to be a defender, you didn't get that because Chet ain't playing. So you didn't solve any of the issues you needed last year. So the question is this year, you still need a shooter, you need a wing defender, and you need some sort of inside presence. Now, you can get away with not having inside presence by playing Chet and J-Dub together. So you can probably get away with that. But what happens if Chet gets hurt? Then what? And you and I talked about that a million times, and you even brought it up. How many times does a big, skinny, over 7 foot tall guy, black or white, or 7 foot who's injury prone, survive? And you can look at Sam Bowie, you can do. I mean, you go on and on and on.
I compare Chet to Porzingis. That's who I kind of think he's gonna be like in the NBA. What he projects out as.
Yep.
And I don't know. Porzingis don't scare anybody.
No, I mean he's 12, 14 points a game. 16. That's what he is. That's what I think Chet
that's
is.
probably Chet. 12, 14 points a game.
Yep, that's what I said he is. He's not some transcendent guy. I said he ain't the one. And like I tell people all day long, if Josh is not on the floor with this guy, he's not going to get looks. The only way he's going to get passes is when Josh is on the floor because SJ and all those guys are like.
And then he's relegated. Then he's relegated to catching the ball, 3-point line
or alley-oop,
away from the goal, alley-oop, put the ball on the floor.
Or
that ain't his game.
That ain't his game. Even though they said it is. I said, dude, I was telling people all day long, what the Thunder did is in the summer league, when he was with Josh, he was crazy good. Without Josh, he played one game and they didn't play him anymore after that. Because they're like, okay, he can't get his shot on his own. He can't turn the ball over, can't defend out there on the wing. No. And so I think
it's just a cardinal rule. What you don't do as a 7-footer. One thing you get when you get the ball as a 7-footer, what you don't do is
put the ball on the floor.
Bring it down.
Yep, trying to do all his handles and stuff. I said, man, y'all need to stop, man. You're tripping.
Yeah. He is a catch and shoot,
alley-oop.
Alley-oop. Yeah, alley-oop. That kind of player.
Yep, 100%. I just don't see it, which is why I believe now the Thunder want one more bite at the apple. That's what I think. He ain't the guy that they thought he was. That's why they want one more bite. Because if not, you've got a 3-headed monster. Then you've got him coming back, and you've got Dort. So you're set for at least 45 wins.
And now that I'm listening to you talk about it, and the way you think about it, that explains the spread. That explains the spread tomorrow at 5. Vegas thinks the way you're thinking, because I think OKC's better than New Orleans.
Yep. But I think that's what they're thinking. Oklahoma City's going to do what they got to do. They're going to make their best to try to win the game.
Competitive and then take
that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to put.
I sure hope that doesn't happen. I sure would like to see them get a home playoff game against Denver and give that fan base and everybody
something to really go about. Drew, this is why I look at it. He knows who he should play because he proved that. So to me, who your starting 5 is, plus Isaiah Joe and Wiggins. That's your 7. Yeah. Now that Sarge can play a little bit, but not really. He can't. I mean, he can't. Can he guard? Is it Vukovic is a center for them, isn't he?
Yeah.
He can't guard him.
No.
He can't guard him. So, but anyway, that's who you're going to bring in to guard him because you can't go small because they're going to torture you unless you're shooting threes, and then you make him irrelevant to play. So that means you got to put Lindy Waters in there, and I promise you they're going to switch off and put Brandon to every time they get a look at him, they're going to post him up down low.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to take advantage. Every time he walks in, they're going to take advantage of him immediately. Yeah. They're going to attack him immediately. They're going to attack him. Promise you that.
Yeah.
They're going to break down our defense because he can't defend on the wing. And if he's not making threes, then why is he out there? Oh, he's out there to keep the Thunder even or less than what they got to do to fight back in order to make up points when you do have your 7 in there. So to me, if you play any more than 8, 9 guys tops, and if you play Sarge and Jang and Lindy Waters more than 12 minutes combined, you are not trying to win this game. You're not trying to win the game. And that's facts. So that being said, we're going to take a quick break and thank our sponsors and then come back and do our Drew Hinthorn picks of the day. I want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, keeping us up and running and getting us going. In fact, yesterday I was supposed to go in and see them for them to fix my stream deck, but didn't get a chance to because I was in bed. I want to thank Mark Long and SRB. Happy birthday, Mark, yesterday.
Happy birthday, Mark. Sorry I missed it.
Yeah, they went to Teller's and had dinner, and I said, why do you go to Stock and Bond? I like Stock and Bond better than I do Teller's. Teller's is good at First National Center, but that's just me. I am about eating food.
I'm a mahogany guy, so.
Well, I'm a Michael's Grill guy. Randy's more of a ranch and mahogany guy himself too. SRB.
I hated the ranch. I told you that I ate the ranch for the first time ever, like a month ago. I never ate there the whole time.
I don't know how you did that.
I wasn't that impressed, Matt.
Dude,
really wasn't.
Dude, I love it.
I really wasn't. I'm spoiled though, being from living in Omaha for 13 years. I mean, steakhouses up there put these down here to shame.
No, they don't. You just don't go to the right place. You don't go to the right place, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I will put the Drover up against anybody.
I'm going to tell you this. Michael's Grill, their Pittsburgh-style strip steak is one of the best in the country, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've eaten all over the country.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right
All
now.
right, Michael's Grill,
Go to
Pittsburgh
Michael's.
style, KC strip.
No, the New York strip, bro.
New York strip.
New York
What's
strip.
the difference?
Oh, the KC strip is more final. New York strip is the key. Trust me. Just get the New York strip and get. I'm just telling you, Pittsburgh's that dude. It's off the chain. And you know why it is? Because the owner the only steak he eats are strips.
Okay.
So if the owner of a steakhouse, the only thing he eats, I'm gonna eat what the hell he eat. Aren't you, Drew? You know, an owner of a steakhouse, he goes, "This is the only steak I eat here. What are you gonna buy? Whether that's a ribeye, whether that's a fillet, or whatever that is, you're gonna eat whatever the owner eats, right?"
Yep.
That's what I do. But anyway, it's a great place. And then Bob's is better, but I like the Bob's in Dallas better than I do the Bob's here. You know what I'm saying? I really, really like the Bob's there. So,
I haven't really heard any great things about the Bob's here.
Well, it's because it's not Bob's; it's a franchise. But then we're getting Capitol Grill is going to be in here the next year over there on Northwest Highway in Penn. And I'm a huge,
I like
huge
Capitol Grill in Kansas City.
I love the Capitol Grill in Houston, right there in right by the Galleria. Live right by.
Is there a Ruth Chris here in the city?
Huh? No, Ruth Chris
is in Ruth Chris in Oklahoma City.
No, Ruth Chris is in Tulsa. Ruth Chris is in Tulsa.
Yeah, they could use a Ruth Chris.
Ruth Chris is okay with me. I think it's overhyped, but that's just me.
Right.
But anyway, SRB, Engineering, Surveying, and Planning. Oak Grove Trucking, and our guy Jose Fierro. Greg and Max Napier.
What's up, Jose?
Greg and Max Napier. In fact, I ran into him Sunday at Tiki. And our boy Rich told me what he and KD were going at each other about the game. So KD said, "I heard that voice. I was looking around. He goes, I'd been looking for you." And I said, "Yeah, Rich, you should have left him alone." He goes, "Man, he was going to bust us up anyway." I go, "You got a good point." He said, whether I was talking to him or not, he was going to light us up. I
heard they were talking to each other.
Oh, yeah. He said, "Man, come on. He's going to light us up no matter what." He got a good point, Drew. He's going to light us up no matter what. Then, of course, Y&B, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank. To make things happen.
Yes, they are. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank. They're at 401M downtown Yukon.
Yep, go in there and see the Horn Man.
Yeah, you can go and see him. And then, of course, YNB East, Yukon Parkway, just right off 66 in the Parkway. YNB Mustang, right there in Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is on I-40, and Garth Brooks Boulevard, right in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, go and see our boy Eddie over there on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Now, Drew, your picks today, man, you're all over the place today. You got the Hawks, which we talked about. You got the T-Wolves, and then you're taking the over in the Wolves and the Lakers.
I am. Well, especially now that I know that T-Wolves are missing a bunch of those players. For those out in the listening audience, I may back off that T-Wolves game just as that coming out this morning, how many people they're missing. That line has already gone up to 9.5. But I like being over that 231.5 with no Gobert underneath the goal, and they're missing two guards. It'll be they're going to be hard for the one guy to punch the wall.
Yeah, they're missing the best wing defender. Their best wing defender, he's out. Gobert is out. Yeah.
So I don't think the Lakers got too much problem scoring. I really like that over in the first half. I think it's 71 or 60, 65.5. I think the Lakers team total for the first half. So that tells you right there, they're thinking a lot of points going to be scored.
Yeah, I don't think, it depends on if the Lakers come in and not looking at them slight. If they come in there focused, they'll be fine. I think they'll blow them out. In Major League Baseball, I see you took my Dodgers on the money line at 159.
Yeah, they're throwing their ace tonight against the Giants. So I look for that to be a win. Giants may not be as good this year as they have been in the past.
I don't think they are either. Then you got those Twins in there. Hey, man, the Twins? Yeah, really? Minus 147?
The Twins are tough right now. The Twins got some good pitching. They're giving up about an average of about 2 runs a game right now.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Then our boy,
I got the Padres on the money line against the Mets.
You did the Padres because of J-Dub, didn't you? You felt bad.
Because they took 3 out of 4 for my Braves.
Minus 124 is that plus? That's plus 124, isn't it?
Plus 124 tonight.
Yep. Then last but least, You have my Yankees in there. They've just been on the road. They've just been killing people, bro.
Yeah, they're just throttling people. They're the Yankees.
It just hasn't, but they always start out pretty good, though, don't they? I mean, they did that last year and then faded at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I looked at them and was like, man, I thought y'all was going to end up doing a lot better than what they did. Now, one thing I was going to talk about, Drew, in Major League, in Big 12 baseball, the standings are just going crazy, back and forth. You got Texas leading the conference at 6-3, TCU at 7-5, OSU at 7-5.
Yeah.
KU.
Yeah, TCU took 2 out of 3 from Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they did this weekend. Just dropped us back. And then Kansas 5-4, which is shocking. They were at the bottom. And then West Virginia finally are playing games because remember they were 0 and whatever at the beginning. You and I were laughing because they get too cold to play games. Kansas State 6-6, Tech 4-5, Baylor 4-8, and then OU 3-6, which is just I just don't understand that. They're 17-16.
For Sooner baseball this year.
17-16, Drew. That just I don't understand what the hell happened to them. You know what I'm saying? But in the Big 12,
you know what? They did the same thing last year and barely made the tournament. They were 3 seed in a regional in a tournament. Barely make the tournament and then go on a run. Got hot.
Yeah, they got hot at the end of the year.
Got hot. They had 2 arms that got hot, and they rode those guys all the way to the finals.
Yeah, they did. And then I'm sitting here looking at Big 12 baseball. You got 5 games on TV, 4 of them on ESPN Plus. And Wichita.
OSU and ORU tonight.
Yeah, OU at 6 o'clock. You got KU at Texas Southern. Well, first of all, you got Texas Tech at Stanford, not on the air. West Virginia, Penn State, not on the air. KU and Texas Southern.
Crazy that Texas Tech, Stanford's not on somewhere.
Isn't that crazy? Then you got KU. Well, you have this on the Pac-12 network, whatever that is. Then you got the KU Texas Southern on ESPN Plus, ORU or OSU ESPN Plus, TCU Abilene.
It's going to be a good game. ORU gives Oklahoma State fits every year.
Yep.
Every year.
Yep.
And OSU needs to win a midweek game.
Gotta win.
They've lost their last 4 midweek games.
Yeah, got to get that done. Texas Tech at Texas on the Longhorn Network. Texas State, I'm sorry. Baylor and Dallas Baptist at 6:30, not on TV at all. And then Wichita State at OU, 6:30 tonight. They're in Norman on ESPN Plus. So that's going to be cool.
Wichita State team, they got a decent squad.
Yeah. Then I was looking at NFL and talking about NFL news. OBU signs with the Ravens.
What's up, boys? Unchanged.
Hey, what's up, B? How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Hey, Ben, I was Ben and Drew saying OBJ signs with the Ravens, and Lamar was the one that convinced him to come. Now, you ain't signed yet. Would you be worried about signing with a team, or they gave you $15 million, you don't care?
I think that's where he's at.
Give me $15 million. I'll go let the third string quarterback throw the balls.
Well, consistently supposedly lost a lot of money in Bitcoin. That's why he needed the money. But I just looked at that. I'm like, Lamar.
He was a member of that little group right
yeah,
there.
Yeah, he lost a lot of money. Yeah, the difference is that Brady could afford to lose it.
Yeah, right. Especially when he was still with Giselle.
Yeah, he could afford to lose it. Well, he can afford to lose it without her. He still could afford to lose it. Bryce Young to the Panthers is probably going to be their take, which I'm like, why wouldn't you take him anyway? You know what his downside is. He's short. Yep. That's the only downside to Bryce is he's short. Now, Carson Palmer said that Joe Burrow is a more consistent quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. And I'm like, okay, you compare their stats, and I think Mahomes was like 61.9 and 67.9. Joe Burrow was like 68.3 in passer percentage. Touchdowns to interceptions, Mahomes had him beat. Yards, he had him beat. Yards per average, he had him beat. And I'm like, how is he more consistent? Because he's like you and he stays in the pocket? What are your thoughts?
I don't know that they're so comparable, honestly. I'm with you.
I mean, I
think they're 2 completely different quarterbacks.
Well, the difference is he says Joe Burrow doesn't run because he doesn't have to, and Patrick Mahomes does.
I mean, they line up more of a pro-style offense, more of a, run the ball on first down, Get it to the tight end. Look for your out routes. Move the chains. Try to go deep downfield every once in a while. To where Patrick Mahomes, they hike it. They're playing 500.
Yep.
He's running around back there and doing flag football stuff. Yeah, they're doing ring around the rosy plays. They're doing all kinds.
Yeah, well, but he's also.
I mean, it's real easy to say you're more consistent than somebody when you got an offense that is based around being more consistent.
More just pocket, but what I'm saying is Carson Palmer, he plays like you did. All you could do was stay in the pocket. You can run a little bit, but you're a pocket passer. Mahomes, he goes, well, Mahomes doesn't throw it to the first guy. Well, if he's looking at this guy and he knows this guy can't beat this defender, why the hell am I going to still try to throw him the ball? The problem is Joe Burrow has Jamar Chase and Higgins. What guys are they not going to consistently beat one-on-one, Drew? And being,
yeah, but you also got to. I mean, Carson played for Cincinnati.
That's what I'm saying. That too.
He's homering.
I just laughed. I'm like, bro, chill out. I mean, you are on another.
Yep, and then I saw Cliff Kingsbury was going to go join that USC staff.
Yeah, he's joining the staff, which everybody was like, why would he do that? Well, why wouldn't you? You're there. You don't need the money. Why would I not want to go lay out on the beach and hang out?
Real close.
You know? I mean.
Yep.
I mean, what would you do, Drew?
Yeah, he's got plenty of money. I mean, he's playing on house money right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's loaded, man. Between the Texas Tech, what he got paid from them in the buyout.
I don't even think he sold his house yet.
No, in Phoenix?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't sell my family. Why would you sell your house in Scottsdale?
Yeah, I think I just live there, and hell, I'd just have me a private jet fly me back and forth from practice every day from Phoenix to LA. It's only about a 45-minute flight.
An hour flight, yeah. Well, I'm sure he's going to pick up. I'm sure the SC has probably got him or hooked him up with a house there, don't you think?
Well, he can stay in one of Lincoln's 12 bedrooms and 22 bathrooms or whatever it is.
Leave Lincoln alone, man.
But him and Caleb get bunk bed together.
Well, the difference is that Lincoln also Patrick, our boy, he also coached Patrick Mahomes too. So if Caleb is the next Patrick Mahomes, that also helps Caleb as well. Since Kingsbury did coach Mahomes, that helps him as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Giving him some insights. In hockey, Ben, we had NHL scores last night. You want to break those down for us?
Yeah, it was a massive night last night.
Well, I was looking at it. Those Senators, man. God damn. Does anybody really want to play them, bro?
No, because they're just like the Coyotes. It's one of those teams, they're just playing spoiler at this point. They're kind of just ruining people's seasons one by one, just making it really tough. But they're also, helping making the playoff push like a little more interesting. With these, but I just do what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blowing my nose, man. I'm struggling, bro. I'm struggling.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I didn't see this loss coming, but I mean, it's still a battle for first in the Metro there, along with one of the other teams coming up here.
So that didn't really hurt. That didn't hurt Drew's Canes too bad, but but my Stars took care.
No, they're still in first. Still in first.
Then my Stars took care of business last night over the Red Wings.
Yeah, Otter and that was nice because they're at least going to clinch home ice for the first round. So now there'll be I might even try to slide down for one of those games if I can. We'll see.
Yep.
Hey, boys, I got to jump off here. I'll hit you guys tomorrow. Matt, get to feeling better?
Oh, well, I'm going to go home and lay down, man. As soon as we get done, I'm going home and laying down, bro.
I'll talk to you later, Drew.
Shoot me a high stick Harry hook.
Will do.
All right, you guys be safe. HuskerDoPicks.com.
Yeah, you too.
Later on, bro. See you later. Hey, Ben, guess what?
Yeah.
He didn't say go Big Red.
No, he didn't. I was surprised by that one.
I like that, man. He finally forgot. I like that. He needs to continue to forget.
Missed one.
Yeah, he did. And the Sabres in the shootout last night over the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers kind of needed the win, but didn't really much change. They still got a point, but the Sabres, nothing much is really going to go on for them. So that was kind of just, whatever.
Yeah, Jets over the Sharks.
Yeah, that was a must-win for the Jets, and they got it. So that was huge. I mean, the Sharks, obviously not a good team, and you got to beat those teams that are the easy wins right now.
Right. Then you got the Leafs over the Panthers.
Yep, huge point for the Panthers. Kept them in charge of the wild card. They won 6 in a row. This is their first loss out of the last 7, but it's an overtime loss. They still get that point. But they passed the Islanders and the Penguins over there in the Eastern Conference, so now they're in the driver's seat.
Now, the overtime comes first, then there's a shootout, right?
Correct, and you get a point regardless. So if you make it to that 60-minute mark, then both teams at least secure 1 point.
Okay,
and then the winner gets 2.
Then you got the Capitals 5-2 over the Islanders.
Yeah, it was actually a huge loss for the Islanders, just like I said with the Panthers. With that win, they actually jumped the Islanders in the standings with this. So the Islanders really need to take care of the Capitals, and Capitals are playing stinker here. They're just, beating up on a team they shouldn't be.
Then the Blackhawks, dude. I don't even know what to say about that. Nice win by the Wild.
Yeah, it was actually a good watch. It was on ESPN last night. It allowed some people to see the reason behind how a fight can impact the game. The Wild were down 2-1 with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third period. Foligno went out, picked a fight right at there. Beat the wheels off some guy, took his helmet off, threw it around, all this kind of crap. Then the Wild went out and scored 3 in a row there, and then we ended up winning, obviously 4-2.
Wow.
So that was huge. I mean, and it was good because it was on ESPN. It allowed you to see kind of behind the scenes a little bit how some of these guys. He went out there. They were on a power play too. He went out there, picked a fight. They still ended up winning.
Wow.
So that was huge.
Then of course the Predators in a shootout over the Flames, 3-2.
Yeah, I think the Flames are officially eliminated. If I'm not 100, they're very, very close. If not, they're like 98% out or something like that. But they had a terrible shootout lineup going into that one. They had some of their top scorers sitting on the bench, and they had some third, fourth liners going, which I didn't understand that one when your whole season's on the line. You got to win right there, and they didn't. So I don't know. A little confused on that one.
Yeah, then you got the Kraken winning last night, 4-1.
Yeah, that was who cares for me. That didn't really do anything for any playoff implications.
Okay, then the Kings, dude. How big of a win was that for them last night?
It was massive. It actually kept them out of the wild card. So if they would have lost or even lost in overtime, even gotten 1 point, they would have been still in contention to stay in the wild card. Now they secured at least not having to be in that, which is great. So it looks like they're going to be playing the Oilers, which will be a fantastic matchup there.
Nice. And then games today where you got the Leaf and the Lightning to start it off.
Yeah, curious how this one will go because they're going to play each other in the first round of the playoffs. So it either could be a battle where they're going to send a bunch of messages or they're just going to both mail it in. So they don't have the goalies down yet. We'll see.
Yeah, then you got the Wings against the Canes.
Yep, Canes need to win here to stay atop the Metro. Devils are still chasing them down. They won't give them any breathing room. So.
Yep, and the Devils play right after that. So they're basically playing at the same time tonight against the Sabres.
Yep. Devils are only down by 1 point, so if the Canes lose, Devils, win. They'll jump them and they'll end up playing the wild card team instead of the Hurricanes. So it's actually both those games are huge.
Sorry,
you're good, brother.
Sorry. Anyway, you got the Jackets playing tonight against the Flyers.
Yep, this is the who cares for me.
Then those pesky Capitals, they're going to go at it. It's going to be a huge game for them, or are they just in the process of waiting?
Yeah, playing against the
Bruins.
Yeah,
Bruins, they broke the record yet? Have they got 63?
Yep, they hit the 63 wins, which is great. Then there's one more record to pass, which is the most amount of points, and they just need one more point tonight to tie it and 2 to win. And it's in Boston. No Ovechkin tonight.
So if they win by more than 1 point, they automatically get the record.
They'll break
right?
both the records. Okay. Yeah, they already broke the most wins in history.
So they did that the night before last?
Yep. Okay. 2 nights ago, yep. They won. That was the 63rd game. And then now, so if they win this one, it'll be most points all time. So then they'll go down as the best team of all time, and however you want to.
Yeah, if they win it all.
Yep, and it's at home, and they're playing everybody. So
you got the Hawks are going against the Rangers or the Penguins. I'm sorry.
Yep, there's another must win for the Pens. Yeah, and I mean the Blackhawks are on a back-to-back. If the Penguins don't win this game, they honestly don't deserve to go into the playoffs. So we'll see, because if they do lose, the Panthers and the Islanders will take care of business. So this one's kind of a must win for Crosby, the Penguins, Malkin, all those boys.
Then the Wild host the Jets tonight at home.
Yep, Jets have 2 games to get 1 point to make the playoffs. This is to keep out the Flames that we were talking about earlier. The Wild have a slim chance at home ice, still coming off a back-to-back for both teams. So we should see it. They're going to be a little bit tired, but I think the Jets had more to play for. So this one, I'm going to expect it to be close.
Yes. The Oilers and the Avalanche. What do you like there?
This is my game of the night. I'd say both are offensive monsters. They're both playing everybody. They both need a win. The Avalanche are still trying to keep off your stars, from the top seat over there. McDavid already hit 150 points the other night. First time it's happened in I think since like 97 or something like that. So that was huge. And then, I do like the Avalanche because it is in Colorado. That's the only reason why. But it's going to be close. It's going to be high-powered. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, then the Canucks against the Ducks. The Ducks against the Ducks.
Yeah, it's another who cares for us. Yeah, who cares for us.
Then the last game, of course, your G Knights are playing at home.
Yep. There's a possible first-round showdown. So I think these teams are both going to try and battle each other a little bit. Nobody's sitting each other, or nobody's sitting anybody on both sides. I've already looked up a little bit of that. So they're gonna come at each other and try to send a message or two. So a lot of these games here at the end of the year, you get a little worried whenever the guys go into the corners and do a little bit of stuff they probably shouldn't be doing. You want to save that for the first round, but sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, it is.
Just like the Foligno fight just the other night. Like, you get worried he might break his hand on the guy's helmet, but he just went out there and won he won the game for the whole team. Everybody went out after that and took over.
Sweet.
So
then of course tonight, that's it. There's going to be some, hockey is in full swing. You got 2 or 3 games left, and then we'll know what the playoff picture is for hockey by Thursday, Friday. We'll know by Friday. We'll definitely know what the playoff picture looks like by then.
Yeah, we should know pretty much, unless there's a bunch of overtime games tonight, then we should know everything by tomorrow.
All right, sweet. So then we can give a breakdown on who we think.
Yep.
Get those last teams that are going to be in there, and so I'm excited about that. And remember, guys, today we are at Georgia's Happy Hog, 712 Culbertson Drive, just one block east of Lincoln, south of the south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center. So when you come in and have some barbecue, by all means, and of course that watermelon sweet tea is off the charts. So, but anyway, Ben, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, man, I think that's about it. We covered everything. You broke down McDaniels, broke his hand in Minnesota, all that stuff. I did have a random question, though, about Jeremy Roach, the Duke guard.
Right.
They said that he was able to keep his college eligibility and enter the NBA draft. How does that happen?
Well, but if you don't take an agent, if you don't get an agent, you can apply. You can apply for the draft if you don't keep an agent.
Okay. I was just curious. I saw that on there, and I didn't understand what it meant or how that works because I was just super confused because I've never heard of it.
They used to do that before, where if you entered the draft, you had an agent. So what kids do, once they declare for the draft, you are automatically screwed from playing anymore. So what they did, they changed that to keep these kids in, is give them the opportunity to go if they don't get drafted or anything like that, don't get an agent, then they can come back and play in school. So that's what they were doing. So he's going to see if he's going to get drafted.
How does that work in NIL?
NIL is NIL. You still get your money.
A lot of those guys have agents, though. There's NIL.
You don't have an agent. You have a marketing manager.
There's a lot of people that do, though.
You have a marketing guy, which is you might have an agent, which is a marketing guy.
Like Drew Rosenhaus.
Yeah,
like Drew Rosenhaus.
But Drew, but listen, Ben, it's a marketing. You're hiring the marketing side of the agency, not the athletic side of the agency.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying that I was listening to an interview on Drew Rosenhaus, and he was clearly saying that he works with high school kids now.
Yes,
and
they do.
When they come out, he does their NIL deals, and he gets paid from those.
That's correct. As a marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. He's there. Drew Rosenhaus does.
He's their marketing
He's their agent. He's their agent. And then, because now the way it works is your agent, and then there's marketing companies that market you, and your agent gets a piece of that marketing. And then what your big time agents have done.
Yeah, that's usually at 3%. I know is like the
or 2%, depending on what you negotiate. But what the agencies are doing now, they're bringing their own marketing in house and taking that full 15 to 20%. Or 25%. It used to be 25, so now it's 15%. So they take the full amount. Is what they do. So now I'm getting my 2 or 3% from negotiating your contract, and then I'm getting my 15, 20, 25% for doing your marketing. You see what I'm saying?
Man, so they got multiple people taking money out of their percentage at this point.
That's correct. And they also charge you for anytime you talk to them on the phone. They charge you it's just like being an attorney. You know, you talk to them for 5 minutes.
They get you
whatever they send you a deal, whatever. Yeah, they charge you for everything.
Yeah, and when they get you a deal to go to Toyota, like you're getting paid $2,000 or whatever, they're taking a whole piece of that as well for getting you the deal over there, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but so that's how they get away with it. It has nothing to you just because you hire them.
That's what. I heard him saying he was like, now I'm having to start to talk to high schoolers because if I wait till they get to college, they're already taken by other agents.
But what ends up happening is if I'm your marketing guy and I'm making you money, as soon as I'm going to get drafted, I'm going to sign with you to be my agent.
Yeah, again, 100%. So
that's how it works. That's how it works. But
because he was calling out to Lamar saying, "Call me. I'll get you a deal right now."
Well,
he's one of those guys.
The thing with Lamar has never had an agent because he felt like he could do it himself. Now the deal is in the NFL and NBA both. You don't really need an agent in the beginning because your contract's your contract. Okay.
Yeah, the first one's your
first one is a done deal. It doesn't matter. You don't need one because your money is your money. I mean, they're not doing anything for you. The difference is they also can do your marketing, and Lamar has not done the marketing side of it. Now, James Harden's mom is his agent. Okay, but she got him hooked up with a $200 million deal from Adidas and all that. So she's done his. She's done well. So a lot of these guys think they can do that. Well, I promise you, his mom has an attorney that's a contractual attorney that goes over stuff that they pay, but they don't pay as much as you would an agent. Okay, you're paying him $500 an hour, or $300 an hour, or $1,000, whatever it is you're paying him. You're doing that versus you're doing the other. Now, what the NFL has said, they don't negotiate. They'll negotiate with you personally, but that's it. They're not going to let you talk to anybody else if you're not a registered agent. That's the difference between the NBA and the NFL.
Which I do like that they have that though.
Yeah. I mean, my deal is if you want to negotiate yourself, it's just not smart. But yeah, I understand it. I mean,
unless you have it like all set up, you get drafted. Maybe you're like a late round draft pick, and after that, you say you're playing for the Chiefs, and you can just do it real easy, just real quick.
If you don't get drafted, or if you're a late draft, you need an agent because your agent can get you with a team or get you a look with a team that he has a top player with. So to make that player happy, they'll make that team is going to bring in a guy for them to look at or whatever. And who knows? Yeah, I'll bring him in. Yeah, let's look at him. Okay, so that's what an agent can do for you when you're a late pick or you're not drafted or whatever. That's what that agent does. But if you're in a top pick, it is what it is. But
he's got all the contacts.
Yeah, but where you lose out at is when you want to do marketing and things like that. Because, I mean, let's face it. Patrick Mahomes' agent was completely out of it. And now he came all the way back in. Now he's back in the agent business. Because remember, he had Steve Young. He had Joe. He had all of the big-time guys. And then he got in trouble, drugs or whatever he got, and lost it all. Now he's back. And then what he did with Patrick Mahomes, and everybody's talking about maybe doing that for Jalen Hurts. I go, well, the difference between Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes is this. Jalen Hurts, I would wait. I'm not going to give him the same 7-year, 8-year, because Josh, what's our boy Josh's name?
Allen.
Josh Allen. He signed a 7-year deal. Mahomes is 10, Josh is a 7. So they're looking at doing the same thing with Hurts to make it longer so they can re-sign all these guys. The same thing with Joe Burrow. They're looking at doing it long, but the difference is this year, Patrick Mahomes had the second highest hit for a quarterback on the cap. And only him and
Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he had a bigger hip than him. He and let me see, who was it? I forget. There's only one other quarterback who's had the highest hit. I think it was Tom Brady. I think he and Tom Brady are the only two quarterbacks ever to have the highest hit or the second highest hit, whatever it was, if he had behind Aaron Rodgers. But whoever to win a title, to win the NBA.
Oh,
yeah, and they're the only two to do it. So that's why a lot of these guys are looking at, okay, look, we paid this guy money, we're not getting anything. You're paying this guy money, you're not getting anything. And so that's why they're trying to look at Hurts and go, okay, let's make it longer term because we're not getting a whole lot out of this. Because once he's signed, bro, you're screwed.
Absolutely.
Let's face it. So Burrow and those guys are looking at the same type of thing. But to me, I'm not signing Jalen until let me see you. Let's do this to the middle of next year. Let's get around.
I think
let's get around Thanksgiving.
Needs at least another year or two.
Or to get to like mid-season. So let me see what you're really doing because I'm looking at it now and I'm going, bro, you gave me 1 year. Now your offensive coordinator's not here anymore. He's down somewhere else.
Yeah,
And let's
I
face it,
trust Joe Burrow at this point, but
Joe Burrow, yes, I trust him. And let's see what Justin Herbert's going to do now.
yeah, I think he's a great quarterback. I don't know if he's just been time managed by coaching, or if it's been different things. But they always seem to just throw away games. But yeah, I'd love to see. I think he's
It's
a great
frustrating.
talent. I'd love to see the way that he keeps progressing this year.
You're talking about Justin?
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree. But I'm with you. I'm looking at to me, Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna pay him, but let me see if I'm gonna pay you Mahomes money, or am I paying you somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I'm paying you the top, but I don't think these quarterbacks are gonna be getting all the money that they thought they were gonna get, because now, based on what teams have been paying, based on what they're getting,
man.
they're gonna all that big time money stuff, that's gone. They're not doing that anymore.
They're all super mad at the Browns owners, and then just like I think a lot of the NBA teams are all mad at the Timberwolves owners trading what they did for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, dude, think about this now. They owe Rudy Gobert 130-something million for the next 4 years. Or 3 years, whatever it is. And look what he's doing. He's causing $5 million. How are you going? You can't get rid of him. I mean, you get rid of him now. Who's going to want the contract? Who's going to want him on the team? I mean, so it's getting kind of ugly when you look at.
You saw all the guys that he got traded for. It was Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly,
Walker Kessler,
Bolmero, Kessler. Which Kessler is doing almost better. Like if you kept all of this, and just didn't have Rudy, like you would have been so good with just Kessler instead of Rudy Gobert, and then Jared Vanderbilt, and then you keep all these picks.
But Ben, we didn't know
2 first-round picks, a 2026 pick swap, a 27 first-round pick, so they gave up 4
first-round picks.
First-round picks. Oh.
But did you really think Walker Kessler was going to do what he's doing?
Just happened.
Did you think Walker Kessler was going to do what he did?
No, but that doesn't even matter. Even with all these guys leaving.
Well, I know, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, you didn't think Walker Kessler was going to do what he's doing.
Well, they had to though, because they're the ones that drafted him. So
I understand that, man. That doesn't mean that you look at Sabonis. We got rid of Sabonis. We got rid of Sabonis. Remember he was with the Thunder. We got rid of Sabonis.
We made some poor decisions.
We got rid of Jeremy Grant. I mean, come on. We got rid of Reggie Jackson. Come on now.
Oh, there's a lot of I know, but not for the Hall. I'm saying that all the owners in the whole league are so upset with this trade, because that made other guys so they're like, well, this is what Rudy Gobert got.
But you look at what the Utah Jazz got for Donovan Mitchell and for Rudy Gobert, and now you've got Lauren Marketing and you've got Kessler. So now you've got a team you can build around. You got Obabaje or whatever from Kansas. So you got
so many picks.
You got so many picks. Danny Ainge is smart. I can promise you. Unlike the Thunder, Danny Ainge is gonna give me some athletic guys who can play. Give me some guys who can defend. Give me some guys who are athletic.
Give me some athletes.
Give me some athletes. Give me some guys who can play. That ain't the Thunder stars. But that's Danny Ainge, because he's like, look, how did I build Boston? He got Jaylen Brown he got Tatum and Jaylen Brown back to back. Marcus Smart. No, he got those threes back to back to back.
I mean, that's pretty.
I mean, come on now. Come on now. That's what he got back to back to back.
He got a style.
He ain't went to try to go get nobody from Europe and all that nonsense. Give me some players who can play, be ready in 3 or 4 years. They're gonna be ready to go. Oklahoma City Thunder's like, go give me some European players, and we'll see good old boys who aren't gonna cause any trouble. Let's do what we do. So, I mean, give me somebody who can play. That's the way I look at it. It's all about the culture. So,
I'm with you.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
It's my guy, Ben Dillman.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go home and lay down, man. I'm done, man.
You go do that.
Yeah, I'm sweating, man. I had my fever broke a little bit, and that's why I went ahead and came up here today. And I'm starting to sweat. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I should have kept my butt in home in bed, drinking my meds and taking my ibuprofen and my and my antibiotics.
Yep, starting to come through a little bit.
Dude,
I can hear that.
It's starting to hit me right now.
The weather change doesn't help the sinuses and all that congestion, man.
It hit me Sunday night about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, man, my throat is starting to, because that drainage from the night before. I'm like, man, I don't feel good. Plus, I worked all those hours, and finally it just hit me and said, boy, you better go lay down. And that's what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm about to go play 9 holes. So.
Oh, wow. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Will you go enjoy your 9 holes?
All right, we'll do.
I
You
appreciate
take care. Cheers.
All right, that's my guy Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. Of course, our guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com was on earlier. So we would like to thank,
Go be great.
really, Ben, really. We'd like to thank Georgia's Happy Hog for having us in today. And, they're located at 712 Culbertson Drive. They're in Oklahoma City, just east of Lincoln, south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center. And thank, of course, YNB for their support of us going out and supporting minority women and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. They are YNB is, of course, family-owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. Of course, they're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. So we want to thank them for their stuff and thank all you guys for supporting us. And I apologize. I got to go home, lay down. This is not good. I should have stayed at home and went to bed, but I did not want to take 2 days off and then plus miss my supporting and us doing our live stream here at Georgia's. That being said, everybody have a safe day and have fun and enjoy.